My name is Laura. I'm 39 years old, and for 7 years I was married to a man named David. He was reliable, gentle, and grounded, the kind of person who made life feel stable. We lived in a quiet Pennsylvania neighborhood where days blended into routines. Early grocery runs, trimming hedges on weekends, sharing home-cooked dinners in the evenings. It wasn't exciting, but it was secure. And for a long time I believed that security was everything. But over time that calm started to feel heavy. Not because David changed, he didn't, but because something in me did. I began to miss a version of myself I hadn't seen in years. The woman who felt alive, unpredictable, deeply felt. That longing took me back to someone from my past. Before David, there was Michael. Michael was chaos and intensity wrapped into one person. Being with him felt like standing too close to a fire, thrilling but dangerous. We ended things years ago because our lives were pulling us in opposite directions. Still, some connections don't disappear just because time passes. When Michael reached out, saying he was struggling and needed to talk, I felt that old pull resurface. I told myself I could handle it, that it was just a conversation, that I was strong enough now. I didn't tell David the truth. I said I was staying with a friend. Even as I said the words, something inside me knew I was crossing a line. When I arrived, Michael looked different, older, worn down, but his energy was familiar. We hugged, and it lasted longer than it should have. I noticed. I didn't stop it. We talked for hours about the past, about regrets, about all the things we never said out loud. He opened up in ways he never had before. I surprised myself by crying. I told myself I was just trying to understand my feelings. That night I stayed in the guest room, but sleep wouldn't come. My thoughts kept colliding, past and present, comfort and temptation, loyalty and selfishness. The next morning David texted me, "Hope you're okay. Let me know when you're heading back." I read it and felt a sharp wave of guilt, but I didn't respond right away. I convinced myself I hadn't technically done anything wrong. Later that day, Michael suggested we go for a walk. During the conversation, he admitted he still thought about me. I reminded him I was married. He nodded and said quietly, "I know. I just needed you to hear it." That should have been the moment I left. I didn't. By evening I felt drained and anxious. I told myself I'd leave early the next morning. Then there was a knock at the door. Michael went to answer it. My heart stopped. Standing there was David. Calm. Still. His expression wasn't angry, it was wounded. Beside him stood a man in a suit, holding a briefcase. A lawyer. The room went silent. David didn't raise his voice. He didn't accuse. He simply said, "I had a feeling I'd find you here." I tried to explain. I rushed through words that sounded weak even to my own ears. "This isn't what it looks like." He nodded slowly. "That's usually what people say when it's exactly what it looks like." He let me talk. Then he said something that changed me forever. "You don't go behind your partner's back to find clarity. You look inward and face what you're avoiding." The lawyer handed me an envelope. Divorce papers. I felt the floor drop beneath me. I wasn't prepared for consequences. David looked at me and said, "I deserve honesty. I deserve to be chosen." Then he turned and walked away. In the weeks that followed, I replayed everything. Every lie, every excuse, every moment I chose comfort over courage. David never argued. He never begged. He left with his dignity intact. And slowly, painfully, I understood the truth. I didn't lose my marriage because I visited an old flame. I lost it because I refused to confront what was missing in myself and in my marriage. I looked for answers in the wrong place. Closure isn't something another person gives you. It's a decision you make. And sometimes protecting what you have means letting go of what no longer belongs in your life completely.